Hello ladies and gentlemen, Accentor here and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now today we're going to be looking at some of the best in-flight add-on apps you can get. So there are some apps in the App Store or Google Play Store that you can get that will link to your Infinite Flight and make it much better. So the first one I've got linked at the moment I believe is Infinite Flight Assistant. If I just have a check, yeah. So I've got Infinite Flight Assistant connected right at the moment and I've set that up already. And what it basically does is it gives you callouts in the cockpit. So I'll show you here. So this is all you get for free. You can get all of these, but it costs you $4.99, I think. And it looks like it's a one-time purchase. So if you guys would like me to show you the whole thing, I can look into purchasing that for you all and see what I can do. But at the moment, I can't afford it. So we're just going to have to deal with the beta version, well, the free version, which has a gear callout, positive rate, V-speed, V1, VR, like rotate, and V2. It's got flaps and everything. So I'm sure we can have a little play around with that while it loads out for us in Infinite Flight here. So we're going to wait for the flight sim to load. So there are many different add-on apps you can get which are specific, and there are also some websites which you can do to make flight plans. Now I'm not going to go through the flight plan websites in today's video because I feel like that would be designed for a different video. But what I'm going to do, so what we're currently in 80/20, so I'm going to be a bit lazy. I want to go straight to the takeoff bit. And we're going to bring our flaps down.
Flaps 1.
So I'm hoping you could all hear that. But maybe if I can just turn the ATC, is it under ATC volume? So we'll do what?
Flaps 2.
Yeah, so you can see like where they mentioned the flaps are going
Flaps
up and down.
1.
That's really cool. And it does have some speed callouts for us. And I have set the VR, V1 and rotate on here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to set, and look, so it has this shaking thing enabled. So I'd imagine if you go too fast, there you go. So it will shake a little bit too much. So you want to keep it as steady as you can, obviously for obvious reasons. And it should give us some speed callouts when we reach about 140 knots, I think, because I was a bit too lazy to change it. In hindsight, using the AC20, I probably should have changed it, shouldn't have I? So we're just going to keep knocking out that airspeed slowly, just so we don't vigorously shake, but we are shaking quite a bit now. I don't know if we are meant to shake or not, but I don't really like doing it. It's a bit annoying. Actually, what I'm going to do, as I'm just for the demonstration purposes, I'm turning shaky camera off. But again, it's a really cool addition to be able to have a shaky
100
camera.
knots.
There you go, you hear that? 100 knot call out.
V1.
So we're at V1, so we can't brake now.
Rotate.
And now we can rotate.
V2.
And V2 was very quick. We're hardly in the air.
Positive rate.
It's positive rate.
Gear up.
And the gear has gone up. So you can hear, so it's pretty much your first officer or your co-pilot talking to you, so that dude there. And it is very good. And I do believe on landing, so we've done that bit with takeoff. If we just go have a look at the landing here. Is there anything for landing? So it's got a flaps call out, a spoilers call out, and a speed warning, and a gear call out. So if we go short final maybe, and I will just, oh, do you know what, fine, let's have some fun. Let's try and land like this. Actually, no, that's not going well, is it? We'll land the boring way for this, but you'll be able to hear it in a sec. Just bring those flaps down. Can we not hear it in this mode? Oh, we are float. This is such a bad demo.
20,
Just land.
10,
Landing spoilers extended.
There you go. So they tell you that the landing spoilers have gone up. So those little things there.
Spoilers retracted.
And then the spoilers automatically bring themselves up.
Flaps up.
And then the flaps are all coming up as well now, as I've done. So it's got some really good callouts, and it's definitely something I recommend if you're wanting to, you know, get a higher level of professionalism within Infinite Flight. So that was Infinite Flight Assistant. Probably one of the better add-ons that you can get out there. There are quite a few of them. But again, I recommend it. It's a free download on the App Store, I'm fairly sure. I just reinstalled it because I didn't have it installed. So it might be a pay to install, but I'd imagine if you're paying £5 to get the full thing, I wouldn't think it's a paid installment. So we're just going to come to a full stop here on the runway, and I will get the next app ready for you all. So we'll just go have a quick look back at the app. So of course I showed you all the V's, so the V1, the rotate, the V2, the gear call out, the positive rate, the V-speed autofill I didn't show you. But you got the flaps, the spoilers. Speed warning is about when you're about to stall, so let's just completely flog it all.
Flight spoilers extended.
And hopefully it will give us a speed call out. Come on. I'm just pointing the nose up as high as I can. No. Okay, maybe we didn't get a speed warning. I might have done that wrong, and that might have been a wrong demo. But anyway, you get the voice, and can you change the voice? No, do we only get John? Oh look, there's okay. So we get lots of different people. And that. I wonder if that's actually me.
Ready when you are, Captain.
That is.
Ready when you are, Captain.
See that you've got. All
Ready when you are, Captain.
Ready when you are, Captain.
So
Hey there, Captain. Ready when you are.
Infinite Flight staff. Yeah, if you want him, he can do it for you as well. So that's Infinite Flight Assistant. So now we're going to go to Infinite Flight Checklist, and this one is slightly different. So we can have the other one in the background, and what it is literally just a checklist. So if you have a spare phone, iPad, or it might be available on computer, I'm not too sure. But again, it tells you all of this stuff that you do. So you're like, yes, I've done my brief, brakes are on, throttle's idle, spoilers, so up and down, make sure and then off them, flaps fully up, and then smoking light on. Then you do your flight plan, fuel quantity, and you do that, and then you do start up. So this is once you've pushed back, you do engine 2, then engine 1. Then you get ready for taxi. I'm not sure about the seatbelts there, but yeah, maybe it's already gone on. But yeah, you do your trim and everything. So this is on your taxi, ready for taxi. And then you get an advert, obviously, a well-planned Google Chrome advert. Of course, that is a downside because many of these are free. There are lots of adverts about. And then ready for takeoff. So this is when you're lined up, not lined up, you're holding short the runway, and you're just being cleared. Take off there, and then you can do that. And then on your climb, it's got all of these. Your cruise checklist, and then this is when you're on approach, and then after landing you do all that. So is there I don't think there's an APU on here at the moment. I thought there would be something about the auxiliary power unit because it is in some aircraft in Infinite Flight. Here, so I can select the aircraft. So let's go. Is there an A220 on here yet? No, there isn't. I'm just trying to think what other aircraft. I think the 777s might have an APU. So we'll just see if the APU is on here. No, so it hasn't been updated in a little while, this app. But it'd be cool if it could. So there's Infinite Flight Checklist Plus as well. So another paid thing you can do. And you got your flap limits, your cruise, and you get a few extra bits of information there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's your checklist, and it's literally just effectively a real life checklist for Infinite Flight instead of not having one. So it's a good add-on, this one. I've used it before as well when I used to stream, but quite a while ago. I used to use this to make sure I'd forget as little stuff as possible. Otherwise some of you people would get a little bit upset. So that's really cool, and I'm pretty sure there is some way to have this linked or something into your Infinite Flight. There's definitely a way. I'm pretty sure there's a way to have it on your, obviously your flight screen on the side. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get it on the side of your screen, so you don't need to flip, but I'm not too sure how to do that. So now we're going to move on to the next checklist. So let's just shut these up quickly. I've shut the wrong apps. So we got Infinite Flight Operations is the next Infinite Flight add-on app that we're going to talk about very quickly, hopefully. Again, let's just not allow it. And I'm not too sure what this is, so I haven't actually used it before. So you enter Infinite Flight, you make sure you're sat in an airport and your engines are off, and you set a flight plan, and then once you're ready, turn your seatbelt and smoking sign on, and then you do that. So that's the pre-flight bit. So if we just quickly do that and go to a gate, we'll just do as it says. So we did have an on button come on, but I think that's from the Infinite Flight assistant. So they're all linked in your settings somewhere in your settings. Is it general? It's here somewhere. yeah, so we got enable infant flight connect. You got the full flight link and everything down here. So this is this is where I believe you'd connect everything together. So we got all of this stuff down here. So that should be okay. So what we'll do, hopefully this takes us to a terminal, and we'll just do a really bad quick flight plan. We'll just see what this infant flight operations does. Because it will take quite a while to load, as we know infant flight does on my old iPad. So I'm looking to get a new iPad, so hopefully I can get you guys some better quality content, which would be something that I'd love to push forward in the near future. So here we go. So it says something about flight plan, so we'll just literally do like bump, and then we'll just go like literally straight to this place. Me and my quality flight plans. There we go, good flight plan. So what else did it want us to do? So we enter the flight, make sure you're still in the airport, engines are off, set flight plan. Once you're ready, turn the seatbelt and non-smoking signs to begin the flight log. Okay. So I need to get rid of that. Where are they? Passengers? Ding ding. Here we go. So what this then does, I'm pretty sure, is it will record all of your flight details. So I don't want that. So what I'm going to quickly do is, can we quickly take off? Would this be cheating? So we're just going to vroom vroom in the air, and we're going to go straight to the nearest airport. Hopefully. It would have been a bit of a smart idea to use one of the jets, but I don't even know if they have seatbelt signs, so can't take off yet. I'm not there. So you can't hear the other app, of course, which I showed you earlier, because I have actually shut it down. So the good news is, if the app, oh my gosh, is if the app isn't open, then it won't work at all. And this is probably one of the worst takeoffs I've ever done on an infant flight. We're gonna go. So if we just see, has it actually recorded any? Yeah, so it's recorded our current altitude and everything, which is really good. And I'm gonna try and land now somewhere near. If I go for 3-4 left at this airport, and hopefully it will bring out for us a lovely little log of our flight. So I'm going to bring down the speed, do all this stuff. Yeah, shall we? So the runway's over there on our right, and we'll just have to do like a really bad bank turn in a minute, like a really bad one. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I'm just using the map in the bottom of the screen. Oh no, this is so... do not do this at home. I see the runway, I see the runway. We're well lined. This is definitely a straight in landing here, of course. I'm really sorry for anyone who wanted to see a professional video, because you are definitely not getting that. Just don't want to crash.
100.
Here we go, here we go.
50. 40.
Just engage some flaps. The rudder, so I'm as centre lined as possible.
10.
Come on, come on. There we go, we made it, we made it. Ooh, that was quite, do you know, that was quite a good job actually. Oh, I'll give myself a round of applause for that. That was a very good job, I think. So we have now made it. We're just going to come to a full stop on the runway as quickly as we can. Very, very not professional. Very not professional. Well, we made it. And I even did land it with my spoilers in flight mode. So now we end our flight, I want to say. And now what we can do is we can generate a flight report. So, we create a report. Plain text. Oh, no, okay, we'll generate an image then. Would that work? If we just save the image. So we just image, we'll save our image. Flight complete. So hopefully, not going to. You guys should have a blank screen right now because I'm not going to show you all of my photos. And here we go. So look, we've got a flight report now of how the flight went. So you can see takeoff, landing, the runway we departed, the runway we landed, the aircraft, the time, the taxi times, time in the air, total flight time, the fuel used, and all of this information. You've got the takeoff speed, the takeoff flaps, nose angle, cruise, final approach. So we got all of these cool details. So I do think this again is a very good, one of the better add-ons, because again, free of charge, and I can just do all sorts of stuff. So again, I think that's one of the better add-ons for Infinite Flight. It's definitely really good. So now I'm going to move on to Infinite Passengers. Now this is one that I have had a little bit of experience using, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, so you get boarding music and safety briefings. So we're going to give it a go. So you can of course pay and use any of these airlines. So this is a rather older one, but look at all of these airlines you can use, and it uses their like actual ones. So this is something I'd look into purchasing. We'll just see. I don't know how much it is. Does it say anywhere? It's a subscription, so it is again a monthly basis. I can like, but we'll just start it. And you can get an emergency if you wanted, but we're not going to have one. And we can start. And hopefully now, if we spawn, and then when we do the pushback, you will be able to hear the safety briefings, and some boarding music, hopefully. Maybe I'll have to collect the packs, but in theory, that's what should happen when we do our stuff. So, can I hear anything? Yes, you can. So that is the boarding music. I have no idea if you can hear me over it, but that is the boarding music. So we're just going to do a pushback, shall we? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why I'm pushback.
Flight attendants, arm doors for departure.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. We hope you enjoy flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for flying with us. We're committed to making your flight safe and comfortable. So before we depart, we'll be showing a brief safety presentation. This information can help you if there's an emergency, so it's important to pay close attention, even if you are a frequent flyer.
All carry-on items should now be stored securely, either in an overhead bin or under the seat in front of you. And all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should be clear. Your mobile phones and other electronic devices should be turned off. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you can use approved electronic devices. But note that some items, such as phones, may not be used in flight at any time. You'll find a list of approved electronic devices in the in-flight information section of Sky Magazine. If you're seated at an emergency exit, please review the responsibilities for emergency exit seating on the back of the safety information card, which is in your seat pocket. Are you okay sitting by the emergency exit? If you're unable or prefer not to perform this function, just let us know, and we'd be happy to find you another seat. As we leave the gate, make sure your seatbelt is fastened. To fasten, insert the metal tip into the buckle and adjust the strap so it's low and tight across your latch. To release the belt, just lift the top of the buckle or press the latch to release. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. And even if the sign is off, you should keep your seatbelt fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air. For everyone's safety, federal regulations require all passengers to comply with the posted placards and lighted signs located throughout the cabin, as well as any crew member instructions. You cannot smoke. I'm so sorry. Smoking.
Okay, so as you could all hear, but then, so it's got the safety announcement, and that's what this all has. And it also has the V and GPWS callouts, which we saw again in one of the earlier add-ons in the infant flight assistant. Now, the very last one I want to show you is Live Flight. Now, this is my personal favourite, and what it is, it's basically a flight tracker for your mobile flight simulator. So, let's just set, so we're on expert server, and right now, these are like everyone on expert server, and then we can do the same for training server, and the same for casual server. So we can see all this. So let's just go to some random guys. Let's go to this plane here. So this guy is, call sign is Tomjet 618SM. He's in a 757. He's flying at 435 knots, 36,000 feet. And he's going from EGGD to LGKF. So he's in a little flight to somewhere in Greece there. And then we've got this person here, Speedbird 765. I'd imagine he took off from Heathrow. Yeah, so you can like also see like the flight they've taken and the altitude change, and he's actually had quite a nice little takeoff route there for casual server as well. And unfortunately, it doesn't always load where they're going to, or it crashes. That was a bit of an unfortunate demonstration there, but it was just the guy we were interested in. So maybe he hasn't set a destination, or it's not loaded. But we've got again British Airways 747 here. He's going to, don't even know where that is. Some random place, maybe he's taken over at the end. What else have we got? So we've got guys going Miami to Madrid in an A330 Neo. So you know there are lots of different opportunities and different things. So for me it's really good because I like to track my own flights on here and everything. But you can also change the satellite mode, and there also is, I believe, a paid version for this. Yeah, so I think that's it, where you just get a few extra details and no adverts, of course. Yeah, but if you did enjoy this video on the best add-ons in infant flight, let me know down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Good night.